right, y'all, part 4 of what actually happened, what I did, all that stuff. All right, so go check out part 321 if you want to see the other stuff. But here's, for those of you that said tires, I know people say tires, here's the kind of tires I had on this trailer. Look at that. This one was brand new because the one before it had got a bubble and busted. This, look at that. That's what the tire looks like. All right, same thing over here. Look at that tire. Yes, sir. Your boy is one of the only people I know, the only person I know, that has the tire dates of all 24 trailers on a spreadsheet, because tires are very important to me, and I don't have any tires that are older than 3 years old. They get swapped out. Anyways, okay, so I got there, I looked at it, thing was cockeyed, and I told them, you know, I didn't work on it because we had to get their car on the other trailer. I told them, oh, I see what happened. That bolt probably came loose, the axle shifted, and then the tire shop to put a new tire on it didn't center the axle, and so you're rolling down the street with an axle going like that, obviously it's going to chew up the tire, right? That's what I told them. After they left, I went, took it off. I took all this apart, leaf springs, made sure they were all centered straight. I put a makeshift pin in there just to hold everything together. Put this back on there, tightened it down, and it was still cockeyed. I was like, what the hell? So I measured center of that axle, center of that axle, center of this axle, center of this axle. Had to nudge it over a little bit, got it all tightened down again, and this thing is still crazy cockeyed. I was like, whoa, 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 something's not up. Then I took a closer look. I don't know if you can tell. And then look at these. You see that shit? Yeah. If you know trailers, you get an idea of exactly what fucking happened. All right, look at that bolt right there. So, for those of you that haven't caught on yet, here's exactly what happened. I have really high ply tires on here. I think these are 14 ply. They go up to 95 PSI, 105 PSI, something like that. And pretty much I always have them maxed out, right? Because you never know when somebody's gonna overload your trailer. Well, where is it? Yeah, 95 PSI. So those tires are hard as shit, right? Here's what happened. They drove from Dallas all the way to Colorado, completely fine, no problem, right? Get to Colorado, load the car on, start coming this way, start having problems. Here's what happened. They hit the shit out of something, curb, something, huge pothole, whatever. This, you can kind of tell, there you go, you can tell right there real easy. This fucking axle got hit so fucking hard, it bent the axle, it bent the U-bolts, and it sheared that pin that's supposed to hold all that together. That's why in that video, the pin was still there. It just sheared the top. Everything moved over, right? So, this was not my trailer's fault. This was them hitting something. So, the only thing I could do was not put a tire on here and roll it home with 3 wheels. And it's fine, it was empty trailer, so still had plenty of clearance. Wasn't gonna mess nothing up. So now here's what happened. I told the customer, you know, when I thought it was a leaf spring failure, you know, you get your money back, blah, blah, blah. Now this completely changes everything, right? They hit the shit out of something, so now they are responsible for the repairs and all that bullshit. What do you guys think?